This is broadcasted by Dharma Vikasita Dham Mandapa. According to that, I am going to give in some advices to you all. This is all given by the Lord Buddha's teaching. According to that. Next thing is, I am trying to give ideas to you in briefly, not for a long way. First one, Uttahana Sampada. According to that, we all have to kind of effort, which means we all know even. First of all, we all must have kind of best life as a human being. Among this human world, man is the best one. Therefore, as we human being, we need to get success of ourselves. Therefore, we need to follow kind of method, kind of things and teachings. According to that, we choose our Lord Buddha's teaching as first one. Uttahana Sampada means we all must have good effort to achieve whatever we need. You see now, even being born as a human being, without kind of effort, we mustn't have kind of life as human being. First thing, main thing, first of all, we all must have get kind of best life. That's the human one. We can have nothing, anything at all in this world, what we need, without effort. You won't earn money. You won't make a good life. And even we need whatever we need. You see now, when you started yourself, thinking of yourself, if anybody in this world who became a rich one, you see all kinds of people, what they followed. Sometimes people not as Buddhist but as non-religion or non-Buddhist people, even them also have to follow kind of teachings. Therefore, I am trying to give to you not only for Buddhists but for everyone. This teaching is common to the world. We only have to take into grant by these teachings how to develop ourselves. Uttana Sampada, we all must have kind of effort. Without effort, we have nothing. And second one, Araka Sampada. You see now, we all have been as human being. Now main thing, we need to think how to protect or save our life as human being. For example, you see someone being as human being but do kind of animal thing, which means try to live in doing with wrong thing, bad thing. That's not right. Because in the end, we all have to suffer as a result of that. Therefore, first thing, main thing, being born as human being, we want to think how to protect our life living as human being. That's the main thing. And next thing, you see now you earn something, kind of money or property or things. And even that, you want to think of that, how to protect them. You can be single one, and you have to protect everything what you have got around you. As a married one, as a married person, or as a family person, what we have to think? How to protect our family life. Do nothing wrong at all. Do best thing, and you can save, you can protect, and you can develop your lifestyle completely in a right way. Third one, Kalyana Mitrata, which means we all must have kind of best friend. Everyone must have. For example, you see our Lord Buddha, 7 days. Lord Buddha have to, first of all, give an example to the world rather than doing or preaching to the world followed by itself. Which means after having Buddhahood, very first, you all know about that, what the Lord Buddha did. He did gratitude to the Bodhi because this is Bodhi help to the Lord Buddha to become a Buddhahood. See now, advices given by everyone, but nobody having taken to as a grant into themselves as example. Everybody trying to give in advice but not followed themselves. But Lord Buddha did first thing to see the world. Therefore, we all have to follow this way. Kalyana Mitrata, which means we all must have kind of a friend. Friends mean who got good-hearted. Do not nothing any role. Always doing or thinking, having kind of good life, and we can even trustworthy kind of people. They are the good people we all have to collect or gather with or make a friends with as a blossom friend. Because you see now people around the world always follow or even making friends with wrong guys, with wrong people who do wrong things. Therefore, first of all, when we choose him, best people or a man, whoever, as a friend, we have to think first of all, these people are good or bad. That's up to you. You do bad, that's up to you. You followed bad, that's up to you too. If anybody need to getting rid of this kind of bad life, we all must have kind of good friends. And fourth one, samajivikatati. Samajivikata means what you have. You want to know, maintain your life, what you have yourself. You see, for example, you can earn money. That means like you see now, this is given, for example, you earn money as a salary or per day money or whatever. You see now, 1,000 rupees you have got. And then you are trying to, or you used to normally live in life, you have to spend so much money than 1,000. So secondly, you have to think first of all, now you have lot of things to do, but you have got not enough. Yourself, you have only 1,000, but you are needy more than 1,000, which means like 2,000 or 3,000 or more. Now you want to borrow. Otherwise, you cannot do or have what you want. Then what you are going to do now? You are borrowing from anybody, anything. And then afterward, you have to bother with, and you have to struggle with how to next time giving back to them who got you from them. Therefore, it is a very hardest thing to do. People you see now around the world, too many problems people created by themselves, because unnecessary thing, lot of things you have gathered with themselves, and afterward they have to struggle with themselves how to live in this world in this way. According to Lord Buddha's teaching, Samajivikata, you have what you want to spend or live in your life, what you have got. That's what we need to follow. You want to, this kind of like, the scale which waving something, our life is the same way we have to follow. And fifth one, Saddha Sampada. Saddha Sampada means, first of all, it not only coming from the Lord Buddha, but even at your own home. This Saddha helps you to develop your mind and your healthy situation and your whole life, all the way, since beginning to end. Saddha means it's just like you have kind of enthusiastic nature about your parents, about your adults, and even who around you, apart from you, and for others. And you are pleased about themselves, and you have enthusiastic nature about everyone and everyone else, and it helps you to develop your whole life in a whole way. And according to Buddhism, all those kind of people who goes to temple and offering something, flowers or lambs or kind of things, and even giving charity, and given dana, donate something like that, it comes from Saddha. So we all must have this one as a living, as human being, sometimes single one or married one, whoever else. In this world, we all must have this type of life, Saddha. And sixth one, Sila Sampada, which means we all have to follow kind of method. Now, according to Buddhism, all Buddhist people in the world, they have to follow 5 precepts. It helps you even develop your mind and develop your health and develop your everything to build up yourself as a best one. It helps almost for everyone who followed the Sila as Sampada, which means they are our Lord Buddha's teaching more than treasure. These all. So even other religions also they must have kind of teaching as well, how to follow themselves. Therefore, according to Buddhism, all Buddhist people around the world have to follow the 5 precepts and they need to protect them. Can you remember? Second one. The first one is Utthana, second one is Arakha. Now, for example, you got 5 precepts. It is too hard, but you must have kind of effort to, as a second one, how to protect them, how to save them. If you protect it as long as, and you save them, you will be prosperous with everything. And 7, Chaga Sampada. Chaga Sampada means giving charity and even donate things, which means what you have got, money or things, whatever, you give in for everyone as a charity. You see now, charity begins at home, but not the Lord Buddha's teaching, but more than that, our Lord Buddha's teaching help us to how to develop charity. Charity means giving everything, even after you became a good person or best one, you can help for everyone without thinking like a race or religion, non-Buddhist or whoever else. Even insects, even animal world, you can give in everything what you have as you want. That's the Chaga Sampada. We can explain in a long way, but I'm trying to give to you in a short way, in briefly. And 8th one, Panya Sampada. Panya Sampada meaning is development brain. And if someone have got wisdom, that's the Panya. They are all more than treasure. Treasure means they help us to develop our lifestyle. But this one, giving to ourselves how to protect, how to develop, how to live in the world as human being, as more than good, better than as best one. These all 8 teachings help us not only for this year, this life, even but for after life. Which means whenever we are going to, as Buddhist people, what we believe, in the end, this suffering all comes because this is the life, not only for to be pleased, even after that we have suffer for this life, because as human being, we cannot be immortal. We are all mortal, which means someday we are all going to die. Therefore, these kind of things we have to follow. Everyone has to think of this kind of these teachings and living like as a human being, rather than doing wrong thing and living like a animal. That's not up to us. So this kind of teaching and the Lord Buddha's teaching help us all the way, and this life and afterlife. According to Buddhism, in the end, what we are expecting, going to Nibbana, which means enlightenment one. So I think now, according to my given these advices, help you to all the way how to success, how to build, and how to protect, and how to, as born being like a human being, and how to think of how to live all the way as a human being unto up to death, and even afterlife, up to until become an enlightenment one. Thank you so much.